Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a sped up version of me creating 4 poses for Starcrossedpixels on Tumblr. She gave me a picture to work off of, so if you see me opening up the picture in here, then that's the picture that she gave me. So basically right now, I just saved the Sims 3 animation files, and now I'm trying to import them onto the Sims, but then I stupidly realized that I had to make copies of the genders, so I had to make copies and import the Sims one by one. That's what I'm doing now, appending the files, and then I set them up in the order that I needed them so that I wouldn't forget. Yeah, that was the picture, so that I wouldn't forget which code went with which Sim, because that's vital when you're doing the exporting. So now I'm importing the couch. Took me a few moments to realize, and there's picture again. So, oh, this is going so fast, I feel intimidated. So yeah, there I am. In the beginning, I was paying a lot more attention to detail than I do in the end, but I was trying to get everything perfect. Keep flashing back to the picture to get the mouth and the face right. But as you can see, this is obviously the very beginning because, ugh, they're not even sitting. In total, making the 4 of these poses, posting them together and everything. Oh my god, those legs took me forever to get right. But anyway, in total, these poses took me over an hour and a half to make. And this is sped up to 6 times the speed that I made it. And I think this video is gonna end up being like a bit over 15 minutes. I didn't really check. I'm recording this and watching the video. Obviously, I didn't record me talking while I was doing this. I would not have been able to focus. It's kind of a sexual position. At first, I didn't really understand how to get her legs to work right. It was really, really confusing me. And obviously, when I make a pose, the number one thing I aim to do is make it look really natural and really, like, normal, like a human would do, so. There I am positioning her. I literally got done making the 4 poses like 2 minutes ago. That's why I'm kind of breathing heavily. I'm just trying to unwind. Doing big group poses like this are really, really stressful, so. Oh, it's an interesting time. I think at one point I go and I stare at the picture for like 2 minutes because I was just like completely blank as to what to do next, but I get over it, don't worry. So there I am, I'm just tweaking her face mainly. Because originally Starcrossedpixels said that I asked her if she wanted any emotion on their faces because in the picture she gave me they didn't have any really emotion at all. And she said that she wasn't really sure what emotions I would give them if she wanted emotion. So, in the end, I just kind of slightly parted their lips, just kind of gave them like a chillaxed look. I think she's using them for the head of her blog. No, and if you're wondering, these poses aren't going to be available for download. This is a private download just for Starcrossedpixels. But I didn't know that when I made this video, so I wish, that was my stupid printer warning. So I wish that, I had known that, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I hope you still enjoy watching the process, and maybe me talking about it will help. So at this point, I've finished a rough draft of the first sim. Obviously, I'm not done with her, because all of the sims are touching, so, I have to position the second one in order to put her hand on his shoulder, so, working out the legs again, and the height. At one point, Blender glitched out on me, and you're gonna see me lamely try to figure it out. I end up figuring it out, but it glitches out and everything gets super white, which was so annoying. So, when that comes up, you'll see that. And then, at that point, when that happened, making the rest of the poses was so damn frustrating. Oh my god, you'll see when we get there. I hope it's not soon. Actually, it is really soon. So yeah, I'm trying to get the faces right again, because all of them had, like, these very interesting facial expressions. Some of them were pursing their lips, but I don't know how to make Sims and Blender purse their lips, which is kind of frustrating. So I was just trying to do the best that I could without making the body glitch, because Sims can easily do that. And so right now I'm working out how he should be sitting. I wasn't really happy with how his hand ended up in the end. I mean, I guess I'm fine with it now. I just really wanted to be done with these 4 poses, but I wasn't too happy with it. There I am, I'm working on our legs again. up at her thigh by the bathing suit, her leg was glitching a little bit, but I didn't care enough to change it back. But I don't think you'll notice in the game. I really hope you don't. I haven't actually tested these. I'm recording this right now, and then I'm going to do a live recording while I'm testing the poses in the game, and it'll be real-time speed, so you can see that then. So there, I decided to pull her legs in more, so I was kind of fixing those up. But the couch was like really puffy, so I really couldn't tell if it was intersecting the couch or if it was just the weird angle I was at. So now I am connecting her hand to his shoulder, and originally it barely reached, which was frustrating, so then I had to change it and make the arm bend because it just didn't look natural. And the picture, I mean, so far that you haven't really seen the picture, but the picture, sorry, my dog is being really cute. Working with fingers again, they're very frustrating. But on the picture, the 4 people posing were posed on a double couch, like a love seat, and I stupidly posed the Sims on like a 3-seat couch, and so I had to distance them more so like the arms weren't touching them in the same way that they were in the picture. I had a lot of trouble with the hand. Oh my gosh, looking back on it, it's like making me cringe. A lot of effort with the hand. I'm sorry if you're getting tired of my voice. I wasn't sure if I should fill this with music or if I should talk, but in the end I decided over 15 minutes was way too long to play music. So I decided to commentate. Oh, and that's where the glitch happens. I don't know what button I pressed. I tried clicking it again, and Sims went haywire. And so then I finally got it back by changing the mode, but then everything you see, I'll wait until it backs up a little, but everything literally, like, super bright. And so everything kind of blends together, which got really frustrating. It made the rest of the posing process harder. I wish it had happened later, because surprisingly, that isn't the first time I've gotten that glitch. So basically, for the rest of the time, now I'm going on to the 3rd sim. Basically, for the rest of the time that I was posing them off of the couch, and then putting them back on. But it was slightly annoying because I didn't have the couch to, like, I had to do several trials in order to get it right. But now I'm just happy it's done. I just hope they work in the game. If they don't, I know how to fix it. And so yeah, my struggle with this pose pack, especially these 4 poses, with all 4 of them sitting, I had a really hard time making the legs turn out right. Because you know, like when you sit, I'm like doing it in real life. Obviously you can't see me, but in real life, like how when you sit, your legs can turn in like these weird ways where they lay on top of each other. I like could not figure it out for the life of me how to do it on Sims. So it was a lot of trial and error. But I'm actually pretty happy that I was requested by Starcrossedpixels to do this pose pack, because I learned a lot about pose making from it, and a lot of tricks that will help me in the future and make the process go a bit faster than it did. At this time, I think this was my 7th pose pack. Of course, it's for private download, so I guess it doesn't count, but it's like my 7th time making like a themed pack in Blender. And so I've learned a lot of things. Like immediately when you start, you learn so many things, usually the hard way, because there's not really a complete tutorial for Blender pose making. So right now I'm testing out the facial expressions. I would never be okay with leaving the Sims facial expressions exactly how they are. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I would never be okay with using not changing the facial expressions they get, when you go into Blender. There I am having more leg issues. It was so confusing. Oh my goodness gracious. You can like see my frustration. Oh my god, it was such a headache. Because she was like, do you see how she was like in the picture, like laying on the side with her legs out? I was trying to make it look really a lot like that, but then I realized that I had to make her laying back on the couch, and so I had to change it and tilt her back and have her leaning against the Sim, and talk about a headache. So there I am.
this part sucks because I got so far with posing her and getting everything right, and then I realized that like more than half of her like wasn't sitting on the couch, and so I had to completely redo it, and a lot of effort. I know like I sound like I'm complaining a lot. I do enjoy pose making. I think it's really fun. It's really, really, really fun. And I like when people download your things. Obviously, this is for one person, but if you want to request a pose pack, comment below and I'll see what I can do if you're interested. If you're not, then don't feel inclined to ask for one. I already have like 7 waiting for me to do. Actually, maybe not quite that much. It's like 5 because I got a couple done. So as you can see, I'm finishing up mainly posing her. See, that's the moment when I realized I had to go back, but now it's fine. And more leg issues. God, that was frustrating. Maybe you're learning something from this, I don't know. So in the end, I decided to have her leg crossing over his. I don't know what Starcrossedpixels story is about, but I'm assuming it has to do with like star-crossed love, to maybe like love that's confusing. 3-way love. Nope, inappropriate. So I'm assuming it's something like that. So I decided to put her foot on top of his. Maybe, I don't know if she wanted that. That's not how it was in the picture, but damn, I haven't looked at the picture in a long time. I must have felt pretty confident. And then back to the face. Turn off the hair. Face is probably my favorite thing to edit in The Sims, just because it's so like chillax. Like there's so many things you can do. And then I was trying to get the face just right, and then I was connecting his arm to her, which took me a little while. Arms are really tricky too, with like the shoulder and making sure that everything is right. And then there I am working out the fingers around the knee. Fingers can be frustrating, but if you have like a really good angle on them, they're so easy. But they can be really frustrating, and sometimes you think that you're turning them the way you want, and then you go over, and then they're like crooked and messed up beyond belief, and you have to sort that out on your own. But this is just talking from my experience. Like I said, this is only my 7th experience in pose pack making in Blender, so I'm not what anyone would call an expert. Not like Tralia or Maxim. I think that's what they are. But I'm trying. I'm trying. So that took a little while too, sorting out the arms. The arms and the legs, the joints, the knees and the elbows gave me serious issues. So I was sorting that out. Deciding, because obviously I wasn't gonna get, see, that's where the fingers went haywire, but obviously I wasn't gonna get a result exactly like I did in the picture. Obviously this was never gonna look exactly like the picture, but I'm glad that I had it to base the poses off of, because otherwise I would not have done well. And so this is about the time when I start putting on the real finishing touches and making sure that everything's right, nothing's intersecting. Obviously, if something is intersecting or not working, I can easily go back into Blender and change it, but at this point I really wanted to be done. Not even gonna lie. And I also had an issue with figuring out how to put her arm. I wanted to put it behind the couch, but then it intersected with his, and I did not want to move his arm. And so I ended up putting it across her stomach, I think, and then curling the fingers in. It was a lot of effort. Oh, look, there go the fingers. So I usually do the fingers from the side, but because of the glitch I was having in Blender with the light, I couldn't really find a good angle doing any of the fingers. So that's what I'm sorting out. And then I just went across at the same angle from straight on to fix all their eyes. Now I'm fixing the fingers. Very last finishing touches. I think this is finishing up soon. And so, yeah, this is finishing up in like 30 seconds. So, can't believe I've been talking for 15 minutes. Can't believe this is sped up 6 times. So right now I am lock rotting and exporting all of the poses, which goes fairly fast. And then you see the very tail end of me sorting them out in the Sims 3 Pack Editor, but you don't really see that much. So just go into Clip, I search the file, use resource name, and then I chuck it in my Documents electronic art.
Hey guys, so we're in our game, and I've set up just a little mini room that I actually use for taking pictures for another one of my pose sets, so just ignore those people over there. I've entered the proper cheats. We've got move objects on, and we've got a pose player right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pose the lovely ladies. I'm going to go ahead and pose her first. Pose by name. So in the beginning, you only have a pose by name. Nope, you're not going to take a cell phone photo. You are not leaving. Okay, let's pose her. Photo shooting. Pose by name. Alright, let's do her. So since she was the second female, should be A, Amber Lights, Starcrossedpixels 3. And it should work. Good. One less thing to worry about. Oh, she's cute. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting extremely sidetracked. Okay, sorry. She's adorable. I love her. She's one of my alien sims. Photo shooting, post her name. A, Amber Lights, Starcrossedpixels 1. Cool beans, she works as well. Let's go ahead and chuck him with the fourth one. Amber Lights, Starcrossedpixels 4. And then let's go ahead and pose him. Amber Lights. So it'll be the last one. Starcrossedpixels 2. And so, I almost locked. If I align them, and this is the exact couch that I imported from Sensory Object Editor, this should definitely work. So her hand fits up perfectly on the side, as you can see. He should fit pretty dang well there. Okay, I'm gonna have to use Alt for that. I'm not used to having to use Alt, so that bothers me. Okay, so that's pretty much where it was. Okay. Do they fit? Okay. One finger is not really aligned. Perfect. And so I think he's pretty much set up. That means that there's another girl to go there. She's a pretty random character, not really digging her outfit, if we're being honest. And that's definitely not where she's supposed to go. So we're going to have to use Alt on that one as well. Yeah, the pants are definitely not going to work. I'm going to have to change that. I'm going to go chuck that into live mode. Naras, master controller, basic, outfit. Let's see if a dress works. Oh, awesome, the dress doesn't glitch. Perfect. So let's go ahead and align that more carefully. Nope. That works pretty well. And then he should be able to fit there pretty well. What's wrong with his face? Actually, nothing's wrong. Sorry, I thought something was wrong. That was really going to bother me. Okay. I would reckon this turned out pretty well. He looks kind of angry, which bothers me, but I'm over it. I would reckon that turned out really, really, really well. As of right now, I don't see anything wrong with any of the poses. Her hand works. There's no glitching in the arms. He's working out pretty. This is the first time in a really long time that it has worked right away. I'm loving these. Okay, I'm so happy with the way they turned out. So that was a sped up but commentated process of what I go through to make poses for you guys. Some are easier, some are harder, but these turned out really well. I'm really happy with these. So thank you so much for watching. This has been another video from LittleMissSimmies, and I will definitely be putting out more videos soon. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye.